I'm really excited to be joined today with Randy, who is the strategic sales manager at Ruuster, who is going to do a deep dive into what Ruuster is and why you may or may not want it for your company. So, Randy, if you can you give us a brief summary of what Ruuster is and what it offers to agents and their clients?
Yeah, really excited to be here. I appreciate you giving me the time and attention. What we build at Rooster is pretty unique, and we're really excited about it. We have built what we call a white labeled VIP client portal. And quite frankly, I have to give Stacy from FUB some kudos for some of that language. But the VIP client portal is comes in the way of a native mobile app that your clients can download directly to their phone with your branding, your logo, your name, your agent's info, your vendors, right? And it's also something they can access from the desktop. But we really bring the concept of a client portal to life because it is an elevated experience beyond just a siloed home search that you would get from a Zillow, a Redfin, or Realtor.com.
Okay.
So that is from 1,000 feet what we do.
Yeah, and so to piggyback off of what you said, I know you just briefly mentioned it, but can you expand more of what inspired the creation of Rooster? Was it because you wanted to get away from traditional IDX?
It was actually less technical than that, and it was more experiential related. So to give you kind of the founder's story was very similar to any other great tech company's founder. He went to go buy a home for the first time after working for a hedge fund buying hundreds of millions of dollars of commercial real estate, right? So he had that experience down pat and could do that in his sleep. But he went to go buy his personal home, and the experience was really disjointed. It was really unclear, and ultimately he thought there has to be a better way.
Okay.
So by building a client portal, such as what we've done with Rooster, it really silos the whole experience to now I can search collaboratively, that's a word, with my agent. I can educate myself about the home buying process. I can contact, it's more than just the agent to get a home bought and sold, right? There are other vendors necessary to the transaction, like a loan officer and a title and insurance and a moving company to a lesser extent, right? But it all starts with the agent. The agent is really the oracle of the home experience. They are the center of it, and they know all the best people. So ultimately, he wanted to build a portal that would allow agents to share with their clients to give their clients a better experience. And it's morphed over time, ultimately, to becoming a lead conversion tool and a past client retention tool.
Very cool. So I'd love to do a deep dive into Rooster. If you're okay sharing your screen, I'd love for people to see what it is and how it specifically integrates to Follow Up Boss.
Yeah, absolutely. This is something we're really excited about. I can pull my screen share open here for you. On one side of the screen, I'm going to have the Rooster interface. On the other hand, is going to be the interface we all know and love, the Follow Up Boss. Because we've built the first ever embedded app in FUB that will allow you to message directly with your clients as well as to share properties with them directly from the MLS, which I know has been a pain point for some agents in the past. If they came from an IDX integrated CRM, it can be difficult for agents to learn new behaviors like CRM here, IDX here. We really bridged the gap. So now FUB is the CRM, FUB is the IDX, and the agent's direct interaction with Rooster is actually really minimized, which is great when you're trying to force adoption of the CRM. So, anywho, that's the experience I want to walk through today. With the client side, where you can see we've got the Rooster logo up here and my smiling face looking at you here, I can't stress enough that this is a customized app and your version of it will look absolutely nothing like what you see on the screen right now. The Rooster logo gets replaced with your logo. The headshot down here gets replaced with the agent's headshot, right? Because we create that one-to-one relationship. This is my client, this is my agent. So whether you're a team leader who is or isn't in production, or you're an agent on a team, you're going to have that direct connection to your client inside the portal. Then everything from the color scheme to the button destinations can all be customized as well. So you'll see, and by the way, this chat is just one button away. The experience is not too different from what you would see in WhatsApp or GroupMe or Facebook Messenger, right? But each of these buttons here, color, destination, can all be changed to really fit your desires and the way you want your app to look. We connect directly to the local MLS using an IDX feed, right? To give you your home search option. But this could very easily be replaced with something to the effect of, instead of home search, home value, right? Or you could replace the Learn Center with a moving concierge service that you may offer, right? So I want to invite you, if you're watching this video, to be creative and think about, what unique services do I provide to my clients? How can I better distribute that to them? And that's something that we can serve as that distribution mechanism, right? So for example, we have a handful of clients using Fellow or using HomeBot through Ylopo, and are using the app to distribute that to their sellers and homeowners and past clients, right? So just unique and endless ways to make the app work specifically for your business.
Yeah, certainly. So a common belief with an app that you ask your clients to download is that, one, either the clients won't take the time to download it, or two, they will, but they won't use it. So do you have any sort of metrics on download rate and usage rate of agents' clients?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it's really the biggest uphill battle that anyone's going to face with an app, right? But the usage rates so far have been very, very encouraging. So there's a few numbers that I can share with you when it comes to that. First being the actual download rate, and there's different ways to measure this, so I want to be really clear with how we're measuring it. First, manual invites. I spoke with you, you're my client, or you're my soon-to-be client. I told you, hey, Lena, I'm going to send you my link to download my client portal. This is the best way to interact with me. It's the best way to search for homes. You can get your home value, you can get your mortgage, you can get your insurance, you can get your contractors, electricians, and plumbers in there. And so I'll send you that link. Make sure to download that, and we'll meet next, right? Those type of one-to-one invitations get downloaded at a rate of 80% plus. So it's very, very high.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to mass cold messaging, I'm a FUB user. I'm going to mass email my database to download my new app.
Mm-hmm.
That download rate is going to be significantly lower. We're talking about in the tens of percent.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about the user experience, they get a random email or a random text, say, hey, download this. That's a little suspect. But if you're communicating with them, if you're building value into it, you can see that the download rate can get north of 80%, which we're really excited about.
That's
Now
awesome.
that's getting it into their hands. The actual usage of it skyrockets. It's been incredibly successful. So the usage of average number of times the client opens the app per week is 3 times a week. The number of the amount of time they spend on the app every time they open it is north of 4.5 minutes. So that's scrolling through properties, scrolling through vendors, interacting with the agent, because in those 4.5 minutes, they're visiting between 10 and 11 pages on average. So that's incredibly high. And then the bounce rate is a number that you'll never see replicated on a website. No offense, but our bounce rate is less than 2%. So the number of people who open up the app and then begin using it is over 98% of the time. And we're really proud of that.
That's awesome to hear. Very cool. Do you mind switching now to the follow-up boss view and showing what that integration looks like?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the agent side, right? So this is how the agent is going to interact with your client. Under each lead profile, you will have the app on the right-hand side of the screen here. And all of this is going to be specific to this one client. So this client chat is going to be chat specifically with Randy client. And it's all very much in real time. When I send him a message here, you can see it will get reflected immediately over here as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
The client activity is going to really increase the square footage of how you're able to track your clients, whether they're on your website or on your app. And you're the eye in the sky. You can see absolutely everything. This client viewed an article in the Learn Center called titled "The Benefit of Homeownership." They viewed the education section. They performed a listing search, and if you want to see exactly what that search is, you can click on it, and we will replicate that for you. You can see which vendor page they viewed: mortgage, insurance, contractor, gas, electricity, plumber, etc. You can see which particular properties they viewed, and you can see all the saved searches they've set up. The saved searches is a really, really key point in this. Having a mobile app, having a native mobile app allows you to do something that you've never been able to do before with any other form of technology that you've had in your business, and that's send push notifications, which is incredibly valuable for two reasons. One, they get a 20 times higher open rate than emails, so you don't have so you have higher engagement there. And then also, if you're using any text service, many of them are by law obligated to include at the bottom of their text reply with stop to unsubscribe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is body looking. It's an unpleasant experience for the client. Push notifications show up on the home screen of your client's phone with your logo, your information, and it says a new property that fits your criteria has hit the market. 123 Main Street. So now from their home screen, they can click on the app, they can click on the notification, it will pull it up directly to that property page and delivers a beautiful experience that really drives engagement. So save
Yeah, that's
searches.
wonderful.
So we're really excited about that. And we're really excited about the fact that your agents can now set up save searches in FUB. They don't have to go anywhere else.
Do you mind showing that? I'm curious to see what that looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's say I want to edit one of these existing save searches. I click into the edit button here. This here gives me the ability to edit the notification frequency, instant, daily, no update, push, email, and text. So we can actually support all three forms of delivery. But if you have a service that you're already using for email, there's no reason to be redundant. Just use push. I very much suggest that. You have the ability to set up agent notification frequency. So if you have a really particular client who does not want to be sent properties that they do not absolutely love, you can turn off the client notification, turn on the agent notification, and now you'll get the updates regarding the new properties. If you want to edit the actual location and filters of where you're sending these properties, you click here. You have the option to draw a fun little map. So you create your initial shape, and then if you don't like this shape anymore, or your client doesn't for that matter, you can make any edit that you see fit, move it around. You can type in a neighborhood, a zip code, city, all of the above. Add your price point. Add your bedroom, bathroom, type of home, status of home, square feet, year built, lot size. And then if you have any particular keywords, like you have to have a garage for this client, you can add that here. These are our default filters due to the strange way different MLSs filter in their data. If you need more filters, let us know during the onboarding process and we can customize the filters to fit your needs. So I want you to be aware of that. And now you just click save and you've edited the save search and off to the
Easy enough.
races.
Yeah. So beyond being able to see activity in the embedded app, does the agent get alerted some other way in real time, either directly through Rooster or through Follow Boss when someone does something on the app?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we store the activity in two other places outside of just the embedded app. All of the activities here will get stored in the activity timeline. I think that's what FUB calls it, right?
Mhm.
You've got your general inquiry, right? The client initiated contact with your mortgage vendor, Janet Jackson here. Very lovely. You can see all of your previous chat conversations here. For the purpose of smart lists or any automations or things to that effect, you can also see the activity will be reflected here as well. So if they viewed the plan page, all of the things that I just showed you in the embedded app get reflected here. And something else I should point out is you'll also get notifications for any type of inquiry. If they're inquiring on a property, something to that effect, it will come through as the notifications up here in the top of the page.
Okay, very good. Yeah, and because they come in as inquiries, agents also have the ability to customize the way they're notified directly in Follow Boss. So that's an option, but I think Follow Boss has other options as well if you want to be alerted a different way. So let's pretend that someone is going to sign up with Rooster. Can you explain what the onboarding process looks like and then what ongoing support looks like for them?
Yeah, absolutely. So the onboarding process is actually not too different from any type of IDX website you've set up before. We get your logos, we get your IDX paperwork filled out. We set up an Apple developer account for you, Google developer account. It's something that we set up under your name, right? So it means it will show up in the App Store with your information on it. It just looks better for everybody. That process is very much hurry up and wait. You'll meet with us a few times in the beginning to get the account set up. It's about a 15-minute call. You'll fill out the paperwork, and then our team will get to working on the IDX integration and the app build out. Once we get the app built out, and then we get the approval from the MLS and have the MLS integrated, we'll get the apps into the App Store, and that's when the fun work begins. I meet with you on customizing the app, so changing the color schemes, changing the button destinations, getting your vendors uploaded into the app, getting your agents uploaded into the app, any custom content you want. I work with you on all of that. Once those items are squared away, which this truly can be done in a half-hour call or less, maybe an hour-long call if you're not totally prepared with everything. Then once we do that, we consider the app launched live. We get the follow-up boss integration set up, which is as easy as copy and pasting an API link, which allows you to invite people directly from FUB using this tag. And ongoing support is if you're an individual agent, or we'll do a training with you how to use it with an individual agent. And then if you're a team leader or brokerage, we'll have a training with you, and then we'll have a separate training with the rest of your team. So there are some admin settings that are relevant to team leaders and brokers that aren't relevant to individuals on a team. So we'll just separate those trainings. Support is here, US based. I don't go away. I'm not one of the way that we've set up our organization is the salesperson that you work with is the salesperson to get set up is the same person you work with for ongoing support and training as well. So there's a lot of continuity that comes with that. That we think is easier than handing you off to someone you've never spoken to before.
Yeah, that's a unique approach. I don't think I've ever heard that before. That's a nice little tidbit of information.
Well, if I know you probably know my background at this point, and some of y'all may know I've worked for other organizations in the industry, and one of the major pain points we found in the client experience for us is you have a great interaction with the salesperson. You tell them exactly what you want, exactly what you need. They get you set up, and very little of that information gets trickled on to the client support team. So by the time you meet with them, it's like, I have had this conversation before. I don't want to have this conversation again.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the approach that we've taken so far.
Yeah, that makes total sense. One more question for you. If someone wants to learn more about Ruuster and get on a call, what's the best way for someone to do that?
Totally. We just revamped our website. We're really excited about it. Everyone should check us out at ruuster.com. That's RUUSTER.com. I'm all over the Follow Up Boss Success Community Facebook page. So it should be really easy for you to find my information there as well. And you can reach me at randy@ruuster.com. RANDY at RUUSTER.com.
Awesome. Thank you, Randy. I really appreciate you taking the time to do not necessarily a deep dive, but a quick deep dive into Ruuster. And I think this is a very valuable product, not only for agents, but for their clients to have access to.
Thank you. We're super excited to be here. Grateful for the opportunity, and we love what we're able to bring to the table for our clients and subsequently their clients.